Greatness is not a gift. It is not something handed down, inherited, or stumbled upon by chance. Greatness is forged, hammered in fire, shaped through pain, and defined by relentless pursuit. Every person dreams of success, but very few are willing to pay the price it demands, because success is not cheap and the world will never give it away freely. You must earn it every inch, every second, every breath. There comes a moment in life becomes your greatest enemy. When the desire to rest whispers louder than the call to rise. That's the moment that separates the ones who almost made it from the ones who do. Because the truth is brutal. Greatness is not found in the light of easy days. It's born in the darkness of struggle, in the silence of sacrifice. It's what you do when no one claps for you, when no one sees you, when every voice around you says, you can't. To want something extraordinary means you must give something extraordinary. You cannot build a strong legacy in weak effort. You cannot demand results from work you never gave. Every dream that has ever come true was paid for in full, with time, focus, pain, and perseverance. People say they want to win, but when it's time to suffer, they back down. When it's time to sacrifice sleep, comfort, distractions, they disappear. But greatness does not negotiate. It does not accept half effort. It only answers to those who give everything. Eat Briefith about the word sacrifice. It means giving up what's easy for what's essential. It means saying no to instant pleasure so you can say yes to lasting purpose. It's waking up when you want to sleep. It's working when you feel empty. It's pushing when your body says stop and your mind says quit. Success is not about what you gain. It's about what you're willing to lose to gain it. And every person who has ever reached the top has lost something along the way. Friends, comfort, doubt, fear. They traded them all for progress. Hebrew, the road to greatness has no shortcuts, no detours, no easy paths. It's a road paved in discipline, in focus, in repetition. You walk it alone. You bleed for it. You fail again and again until failure itself becomes fuel. You see, success isn't measured by how high you rise, but by how many times you refuse to stay down. The journey is brutal, but it's honest. It will test your heart, your will, your faith, and your reason for starting. And only those who endure that test discover who they truly are. There's a truth most people never accept. Success demands isolation, not forever, but for a season where you must separate yourself from distractions, from comfort, from the noise that drowns your potential. The world will not understand why you're obsessed. They'll say you've changed. They'll say you're too focused, but they don't see what you see. They don't feel that fire burning inside you. The need to become more, to do more, to be more. They don't understand it. The greatness is not an act, it's a calling. And when you hear it, you can't ignore it. There will be days when everything in you wants to quit. When the voice inside your head tells you it's pointless, that you're wasting your time. But that's the exact moment that defines you. Because if you can push through the doubt, if you can silence that voice, if you can choose discipline over despair, you step into a league that few ever reach. That's where greatness begins, not in talent, not in luck, but in the refusal to surrender. Every second you waste wishing for success is a second you could spend working for it. Every excuse steals a piece of your dream. The ones who win are not the ones who have more resources. They are the ones who are more relentless. They turn obstacles into opportunities, pain into progress, and fear into fire. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it through sheer will, because they understand that the price of greatness is paid daily, in sweat, in focus, in sacrifice. So ask yourself, what are you thereby? Willing to give up? What are you willing to endure? How much of your comfort are you willing to burn to see your dream come alive? Because the answer to those questions will determine how far you go. The dream is waiting, but it won't wait forever. Every day you hesitate, someone else is paying the price you refuse to pay. And one day, they will live the life you only dreamed of because they sacrificed for it. The price of greatness is not found in luck, talent, or circumstance. It's found in the moments you decide to give more than what's expected. to rise when everything inside you says fall, to fight when every part of you is tired of fighting. That's where champions are made. That's where the extraordinary are born. And if you're willing to pay that price, if you're willing to give everything, then nothing on this earth can stop you. Inside every person there's a spark, a flicker of something powerful, something untamed, something that whispers, you were meant for more. But most PE, Opal never let that spark become a fire. They protect it instead of feeding it. They hide it behind fear, behind excuses, behind the comfort of normalcy. And over time, that spark fades. It dies in silence long before the body ever does. But those who rise above, the ones who achieve, who conquer, who inspire, they make a different choice. They feed the fire. They let it burn even when it hurts. They understand that the fire within is not just passion, it's purpose, it's drive. It's the unstoppable energy that separates the living from the merely existing. That fire isn't something you find, it's something you build. It begins with a decision. One powerful decision. To stop settling for average. To stop accepting mediocrity as your destiny. You don't stumble into greatness, you ignite it. Every repetition, every failure, every early morning and late night, each one adds fuel. The harder the journey, the brighter the fire burns. Because every time you push beyond your limit, you create heat. That heat transforms you. But here's the truth most people run from. Fire consumes. It doesn't let you keep what holds you back. When you truly commit to your purpose, it will burn away your excuses, your distractions, your doubts. It will demand sacrifice. It will force you to let go of everything that's keeping you small. That's what transformation looks like. It's not gentle. It's not easy. It's not comfortable. It's fire. And fire changes everything it touches. Hey, bro, the fire within doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It doesn't need approval. It doesn't need applause. It needs only one thing, fuel. And that fuel is action. Every single time you move forward despite fear, you feed the fire. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you feed the fire. Every time you fail but refuse to stop trying, you feed the fire. Over time, that small spark becomes a blaze that no one can ignore. But be warned, that fire will test you. It will push you to places you've never been. It will. Expose your weaknesses, your insecurities, your limits. It will burn away everything false until only your truth remains. And that's the moment you discover what you're really made of. Most people never reach that point. They quit when it gets hard, when the heat becomes too much. They don't understand that the heat is the process. The fire is not destroying them, it's refining them. Fire has one purpose: to purify, to take what's raw and make it real, to turn potential into power. And when that happens, when your heart, your mind, and your soul align behind one purpose, you become unstoppable. You stop chasing motivation because the fire itself becomes your source of energy. It wakes you up before the alarm. It keeps you moving when you're exhausted. It silences every voice that says you can't. There will always be people who try to extinguish your fire. They'll call you obsessed, too intense, too focused. They'll say you're doing too much, but they don't understand. When you see in your potential, when you felt that fire burn inside you, you can't go back to being average. You can't unsee what you're capable of. You can't pretend to be content, living in the shadows when you know there's light inside you waiting to be unleashed. That's what the fire within is. It's the refusal to live small. It's the hunger that keeps pushing you to go one more step, one more round, one more day. It's not about proving anyone wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you were built for more. Every time you choose to act instead of wait, to work instead of wish, to rise instead of rest, you feed that fire and it grows. But the greatest danger isn't failure. It's losing that fire. Because once you lose it, once you start accepting average, once you let comfort win, your potential begins to die. You might still be alive, but you're not living. The world doesn't remember those who played it safe. It remembers those who burned so brightly that others were inspired to light their own flames. So guard your fire. Protect it from negativity, from fear, from doubt. Feed it with passion, with persistence, with purpose. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every miracle begins with someone refusing to let their fire go out. You have that same fire inside you. It's there, waiting for you to believe, waiting for you to act, waiting for you to ignite fully and let it consume everything that doesn't serve your purpose. Because the truth is, the fire within doesn't just change your life, it changes everyone around you. It inspires, it leads, it creates. It becomes a beacon for those still lost in the dark. So let it burn, let it roar, let it define you. The world doesn't need more people who play it safe. It needs more people whose inner fire burns too fiercely to ever be extinguished. That fire, that hunger, that drive, that passion is your power. Feed it, fuel it, and never let it die. Because when the fire within you burns brighter than the fire around you, nothing can stop you. Pain is the great equalizer. It doesn't care who you are, where you come from, or what you've accomplished. It visits everyone. Some run from it, others rise through it. Pain is not there to destroy you, it's there to define you. It reveals what you're made of when comfort is stripped away, and all that remains is your will. Most people fear pain because they mistake it for punishment. They see it as a sign that something's wrong, that life is against them, that they should stop and retreat. But pain isn't there to stop you. It's there to strengthen you. Every great story ever written was built on pain. Every champion has scars. Every success has a history of hurt behind it. Because the truth is simple. You cannot rise without struggle. You cannot grow without pain. When you face pain, you face truth. Pain doesn't lie. It doesn't flatter you. It doesn't care about excuses. It forces you to look at who you are without filters or comfort. It asks the hardest question of all, how bad do you want it? Anyone can want success when it feels good, when it's easy, when it's convenient. But when pain comes, when your body aches, your heart breaks, and your mind screams to quit, that's when you find out if your dream is real or just a wish. Pain introduces you to your deepest strength. It's the doorway, who you are and who you're meant to be. Most will never walk through it because it hurts too much. But those who do, they're transformed. Pain doesn't make you weak. It forges resilience. It teaches you patience, discipline, endurance. It strips away the illusion of comfort and replaces it with power. Real power, the kind that cannot be shaken by failure, loss, or fear. Think about it. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Steel is hardened by fire. Muscles grow through resistance. Nothing of real value in this world is created without discomfort. So why do we expect greatness to come without pain? Why do we avoid the very thing that gives life its depth and meaning? The pain you feel today is not a curse. It's the process of transformation. It's your body, mind, and spirit being stretched to contain something greater than you were before. Pain is the teacher no one asks for, but everyone needs. It teaches humility. You learn that control is an illusion. It teaches gratitude. You start to value small victories. It teaches empathy. You understand other struggles because you've walked through your own. And above all, it teaches perseverance. You realize that no pain lasts forever, but the strength it gives you does. You see, most quit when pain arrives. They mistake temporary discomfort for permanent defeat. But pain is only a signal, not a sentence. It's the universe asking, how much are you willing to endure to become who you're meant to be? And when you push through it, when you refuse to let pain break you, something incredible happens. You evolve. You start to see challenges, not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow strong. There's a hidden beauty in pain. It forces transformation. The person who enters pain is never the same as the one who comes out. Every hardship chisels away the unnecessary, leaving only what's essential. The doubts fade, the excuses die, the fear weakens. What remains is the real you, the one who's unbreakable, unstoppable, unshakable. But understand this, embracing pain doesn't mean seeking it. It means accepting that it's part of the path. It means choosing to walk forward even when it hurts, trusting that the pain is shaping you into something greater. You don't have to love the pain, but you must respect it, because pain is honest. It will never deceive you. It will never flatter you. It will only reveal you. When everything inside you screams to give up, remember this: pain is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. Every ounce of struggle you endure is an investment in your future strength. The discomfort of today is the power of tomorrow. The tears you shed in the dark K are the seeds of your victory in the light. So, don't run from pain. Run through it. Let it break you down, but only to rebuild you stronger. Let it humble you, but never defeat you. Let it refine you until you become fireproof, because once you face real pain, once you've been pushed to your limit and refuse to give in, you become unstoppable. Nothing can intimidate a person who's already survived the worst. Heat pain doesn't come to punish you, it comes to prepare you. It prepares you for success, for leadership, for impact. Every scar you carry tells a story not of suffering, but of survival. Each one says, I've been tested and I did not fall. That's the power of pain. It turns weakness into strength, fear into courage, and ordinary people into warriors. So the next time pain knocks on your door, don't hide. Open it, face it, learn from it. Let it carve out your character. Let it strengthen your spirit. Because one day, when you reach your highest moment, you'll look back and realize that pain was never your enemy. It was your greatest ally. Hebrew pain builds the foundation that comfort never could. Embrace it, endure it, and let it make you unstoppable. Motivation is a spark. It feels good. It moves you for a moment. It gives you energy, but it fades. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is eternal. Motivation whispers, you can do it. Discipline commands, do it anyway. One lasts for a moment, the other for a lifetime. One gets you started, the other keeps you going, long after the excitement is burned away. Every person feels motivated sometimes. Motivation is easy when everything is going right, when the sun is shining, when the energy is high, when success seems close. But what happens when the days get hard, when the fatigue sets in, when the failures pile up, when the results don't show? Motivation disappears. That's when most people stop. That's when the few who live by discipline begin. Discipline is the quiet force that builds empires. It's not loud. It's not glamorous. And it's not dependent on emotion. It's consistency. It's commitment. It's the relentless decision to show up every single day, whether you feel like it or not. Discipline doesn't care about your mood. It honors your mission. It doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. It creates them. Motivation asks, do I feel ready? Discipline answers, it doesn't matter. Discipline is doing what must be done, even when your heart isn't in it. It's pushing forward when your energy is gone. It's staying loyal to your purpose when the excitement has faded. Because success doesn't belong to the motivated. It belongs to the disciplined. Motivation is built on emotion. Discipline is built on decision. Emotion changes. Decision lasts. Discipline doesn't wait for inspiration. It acts regardless. When you operate on discipline, you stop being a slave to your feelings. You stop negotiating with your purpose. You no longer ask, do I want to? You say, I will. Most people spend their lives chasing motivation. They watch videos, read quotes, attend seminars, all searching for that surge of energy that makes them feel unstoppable. But what they don't realize is that the feeling isn't the goal, the action is. Motivation can spark the fire, but without discipline, the fire dies in the wind. Discipline is what keeps it alive when everything around you tries to blow it out. Discipline is lonely. It means saying no when others say yes. It means staying in when others go out. It means working while others sleep. It's built in silence and sacrifice, in the moments no one sees. You won't always be praised for it. You won't always be understood for it. But the results will speak louder than words ever could. There's a difference between those who wish and those who achieve. Those who wish rely on motivation. They wait to feel ready. Those who achieve rely on discipline. They move even when they don't. The greatest breakthroughs come from those who act when the feeling is gone. Because that's what separates the dreamers from the doers. Every time you choose discipline, you build strength. Every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, weakness, each decision adds up. Every small choice becomes a brick in the foundation of your future. The question is, are you building a house of excuses or a fortress of discipline? Discipline teaches respect. Respect for time, for effort, for purpose. It keeps you humble because it reminds you that consistency beats intensity. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about doing the right thing over and over again until it becomes who you are. You don't have to be the fastest or the strongest. You just have to be the most consistent. Discipline is freedom disguised as structure. It might feel restrictive, but it's the very thing that gives you control. When you master discipline, you master yourself. And when you master yourself, nothing external can control you. No obstacle can shake you. No challenge can break you, because your habits are stronger than your emotions. The path of discipline isn't exciting at first. It's repetitive, it's demanding, it's exhausting, but it's also the only path that leads to mastery, because every day you show up when you don't feel like it. You prove to yourself that you are in charge. Not your laziness, not your fear, not your comfort. You. Bro. When motivation fades, most people stop. When motivation fades, discipline accelerates. That's why they win. That's why they rise. Because discipline doesn't depend on conditions. It creates results despite them. Discipline doesn't care about how you feel. It only asks, did you do it? And here's the truth. Once you live by discipline, you no longer need motivation. You become your own engine. You stop chasing momentum. You create it. You don't wait for opportunity. You prepare for it. You don't hope for results. You build them. Discipline becomes your default, your strength, your identity. So don't chase motivation. Siege. ASE consistency. Build habits that don't need inspiration to function. Train your mind to act when it resists. Teach your body to move when it's tired. Condition your soul to believe even when results are invisible. Because that's where champions are made. In the daily grind, in the unseen effort, in the relentless repetition. Motivation is the spark that starts the fire. Discipline is the engine that keeps it burning. When you live by discipline, you no longer ask for strength. You become it. When you live by discipline, you no longer wait for greatness. You earn it. Discipline is not what you do sometimes. It's who you become all the time. And when you become disciplined, success becomes inevitable. That comfort is a silent killer. It doesn't attack suddenly. It seeps in quietly. It whispers in your ear, you've done enough. It tells you to take it easy, to slow down, to rest a little longer. And before you realize it, comfort becomes a prison disguised as peace. It holds you in place, the convincing you that you're safe. But safe doesn't change the world. Safe doesn't build greatness. Safe doesn't lead to success. Comfort is seductive because it feels good. It gives you temporary relief, but it steals long-term growth. It numbs your hunger. It dulls your edge. It silences the fire inside you. Comfort tells you that the pain of effort isn't worth it, that the struggle is unnecessary, that mediocrity is enough. But deep down, you know it's lying. You know you were not created just to survive. You were created to become something greater. You must be willing to let go of comfort, because growth doesn't happen where it's easy. It happens where it's hard, where the challenge stretches you, where the work demands more than you think you can give. You cannot climb mountains from the comfort of the ground. You cannot discover your limits while staying within them. Every great achievement requires sacrifice, and the first thing it demands is comfort. Success is built on moments of discomfort. Early mornings, long nights, rejection, discipline, pressure, fatigue. It's built on the days when you wanted to quit but didn't. Comfort will never ask that of you. It only asks that you stay the same. But the truth is, comfort doesn't protect you. It limits you. It convinces you to stop before you've even reached your potential. It keeps you in the middle when your destiny is at the top. The more you obey comfort, the weaker you become. The more you resist it, the stronger you grow. Because real growth only happens when you step beyond the edge of what feels safe. Ask yourself, when was the last time you did something that made you uncomfortable? When was the last time you challenged yourself? Not because you had to, but because you chose to. If you can't remember, then comfort has already won. And the longer you stay there, the harder it becomes to escape. Comfort kills urgency, and without urgency, dreams die. Comfort is deceptive. It gives the illusio of satisfaction without the reality of progress. It lets you feel busy without moving forward, safe without succeeding, content without fulfillment. That's why so many people live their whole lives wishing they had done more. They traded their future for temporary ease. They chose comfort over calling. But those who achieve greatness, those who rise above, understand that every step towards success is a step away from comfort. They learn to befriend discomfort, to find strength in struggle, to see challenge not as punishment, but as preparation. They realize that discomfort is not the enemy. It's evidence of growth. It's proof that they're moving, evolving, expanding. Comfort tells you, stay where you are. Purpose tells you, go where you've never been. See, and that's the battle every person must face. The choice between what feels good now and what will feel right forever. Comfort demands nothing and gives nothing. Sacrifice demands everything and gives everything in return. The difference between those who wish and those who win is that the winners are willing to be uncomfortable for as long as it takes. Think about it. The strongest steel is forged in fire. The tallest trees grow in storms. The most powerful minds are formed through struggle. Growth requires resistance. If you remove the challenge, you remove the transformation. You cannot become extraordinary while staying comfortable. The moment you choose discomfort, something changes inside you. You stop avoiding difficulty. You start chasing growth. You begin to understand that discomfort is not suffering. It's evolution. Every uncomfortable step is shaping you, preparing you, toughening you. Each time you refuse comfort, you declare, I'm not done yet. Comfort offers ease, but discipline offers elevation. Comfort offers safety, but courage offers strength. Comfort offers stillness, but progress offers purpose. You cannot have both. You must choose one, and the one you choose will determine the direction of your life. Ibrahim. It's easy to say you want success. It's harder to live in the discomfort it demands. It's easy to dream. It's harder to act. It's easy to start. It's harder to continue when everything inside you begs for relief. But that's where greatness lives, just beyond that moment when comfort tries to pull you back. Hey, bro, the price of comfort is potential. The reward of discomfort is growth. You can live soft and safe, or you can live strong and significant, but you cannot live both. The choice is yours. Every day you either step forward into discomfort and growth or retreat into comfort and stagnation. So let the world stay comfortable. Let them settle. Let them stop. You keep moving, keep pushing, keep embracing the tension, the resistance, the uncertainty. Because every moment of discomfort you endure is shaping the person you were meant to be. Comfort is easy. Growth is earned. Success to those who dare to be uncomfortable. When you sacrifice comfort, you claim your future. And that's a trade worth making every single day. Every life tells a story. Some stories are forgotten within days, others echo through generations. The difference lies not in talent or luck, but in purpose. Legacy isn't built by accident. It's built with intention, through choices made when no one is watching, through sacrifices that most will never see. It's built by those who understand that life is not about existing. It's about leaving something behind that outlives you. Legacy is not about fame or recognition. It's not about applause, trophies, or headlines. Legacy is about impact. It's about what changes because you were here. It's about how you use your gifts, your time, your strength to lift others higher, to move the world forward, even if by one small step. The greatest legacies are not written in books. They're written in lives, in hearts changed, in people inspired, in dreams awakened by your example. Purpose is the compass that guides legacy. Without purpose, even succeeds. Empty. You can have everything. Wealth, power, admiration. But if you don't know why you do what you do, it will never fill you. Purpose gives meaning to the grind. It gives reason to the pain. It turns sacrifice into something sacred. Because when you have a purpose bigger than yourself, no obstacle can truly stop you. Ask yourself, what drives me? Not what impresses others, not what earns applause, but what sets my soul on fire. Purpose is born in those questions. It's the silent voice that whispers when the world is loud. It's the unshakable conviction that what you're doing matters, even if no one notices yet. And once you find it, you cannot ignore it. It pulls you, it drives you, it consumes you. It becomes the force that gets you up when everything in you wants to stay down. But purpose is not found. It's forged. It's discovered in struggle, in service, in pain, in persistence. You find it when you stop asking, what do I want from life? And start asking, what does life need from me? When you begin to see beyond your own comfort and start thinking in terms of contribution, that's when you step into legacy. Because the truth is, the most fulfilled people are not the ones who take the most. They're the ones who give the most. Legacy is not about what you achieve. It's about what you inspire. Every act of effort, every display of discipline, every victory you earn becomes a message to someone else that they can too. You never know who's watching your consistency, who's learning from your resilience, who's drawing strength from your journey. Every time you rise from failure, you give someone else permission to do the same. That's the quiet power of legacy. It multiplies beyond your reach. But building legacy requires courage. It requires patience, because purpose doesn't bloom overnight. It takes years of dedication, years of believing when there's no evidence, years of walking alone when the path isn't clear. Legacy is built in those unseen moments when you keep going simply because you refuse to waste your potential. You can't fake purpose. You can't pretend to care. The world feels authenticity, and authenticity leaves a mark. There's a question that should echo in your heart every day. What will remain when I'm gone? Not your possessions, not your status, but your influence. What will people remember when your name is spoken? Will they remember your strength, your faith, your persistence, your love for what you stood for? Because purpose-driven living isn't about being remembered for what you had. It's about being remembered for what you gave. Purpose demands that you stand for something. It asks you to carry weight others avoid. It challenges you to use your pain, your lessons, your struggles as tools to build something greater. The challenges you faced were not random. They were shaping you to carry a message, to fulfill a mission. You were not meant to just get through life. You were meant to give through life. Every dip, difficulty you've endured can either break you or build your legacy. It depends on how you use it. When you understand your purpose, you stop chasing validation. You stop comparing. You stop wasting time trying to prove yourself. You realize that fulfillment comes not from being seen, but from becoming significant. Significance has nothing to do with popularity. It has everything to do with service. You can live a quiet life and still leave a loud impact if you live it with purpose. Your legacy begins now, not when you reach the top, not when the world finally recognizes you. It begins with the choices you make today. The choice to act with integrity, the choice to keep your promises, the choice to do what's right even when it costs you. Because every decision adds to the story your life is telling. You write it one act at a time, one sacrifice at a time, one moment of courage at a time. Legacy is not about perfection. It's about perseverance. It's about living so fully that even your failures teach something valuable. The goal is not to be remembered as flawless, but as fearless. To be remembered as someone who refused to settle. Someone who gave everything, someone who stood for something real. So ask yourself one last question. What do I want my life to mean? Because one day, all that will remain are the ripples of your actions. The world won't remember how comfortable you were. They'll remember how committed you were. They won't remember what you had. They'll remember what you gave. A Brick with Purpose gives life direction. Legacy gives life meaning. Together, they make you eternal. This is your moment, right here, right now. Not tomorrow, not someday, not when things feel perfect. Now. Because every second you wait, the fire inside you fades just a little more. Every excuse, every hesitation, every maybe later steals a piece of your potential. The world doesn't pause for you. Opportunity doesn't wait for you to feel ready. You have to rise and take it now. There will never be a perfect time. There will never be a moment when the path is clear and the road is easy. The stars won't align, the noise won't disappear, and the fear won't magically fade. The only way forward is through it. Success is not for those who wait for the right conditions. It's for those who create them. The right time is the moment you decide you're done being average. Bro, rise up, because the clock is ticking, and every tick is a reminder that time is not a guarantee. It's a gift. Every day you wake up is another chance to build, to grow, to push, to rise. But that chance is temporary. One day, it won't come again. One day, the opportunities you ignored will belong to someone else. The one who was willing to act when you were waiting to feel comfortable. You've heard it before. Success demands sacrifice. But understand this, it demands total sacrifice. Not partial effort, not conditional commitment, not a half-hearted attempt. It demands all of you. Your time, your energy, your comfort, your excuses. It demands that you give everything, because the dream you want is not cheap. The price of greatness is always paid in full, and the currency is effort. You will be tested, you will be broken, you will fail, you will question yourself. But every time you get back up, every time you keep going, when everything inside you screams to stop, you're building something unstoppable. You're proving that you're not just interested, you're invested. The difference between those who almost make it and those who do is persistence. The ones who rise are the ones who refuse to stay down. Hey, bro, rise above the excuses, rise above the fear, rise above the doubt. You've carried the weight potential for too long. It's time to release it. Every person alive has a choice to remain the same or to evolve, to keep dreaming or to start doing, to talk about what they'll become or to become it. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You need courage. The courage to begin, the courage to end. Duel, the courage to finish. Your dream is waiting for you, but it won't wait forever. Every day you hesitate, someone else is working for it. Someone else is sacrificing for it. Someone else is building what you're still imagining. You have what it takes, but potential means nothing without execution. It's not about what you could do. It's about what you will do. Brew. This is the call. Rise and sacrifice. Sacrifice your comfort, commitment. Wait. Sacrifice your distractions for discipline. Wait. Sacrifice your fears for faith. Sacrifice your excuses for excellence. No one ever regrets the nights they gave everything. No one ever looks back and wishes they had tried less. Regret only belongs to those who stopped, to those who let fear dictate their fate. But those who rise, those who endure, those who refuse to quit, they taste the freedom the rest will never know. Because true freedom is not found in ease, it's found in purpose. When you decide to rise, the world will test you. You will face resistance, NCE, rejection and doubt. But remember, resistance is a sign you're moving forward. Every obstacle means you're on the right path. The greater the challenge, the greater the reward. And if you keep going long enough, one day you'll look back and realize that every moment of pain, every sacrifice, every sleepless night was worth it. Because it wasn't just shaping your success, it was shaping you. The time for waiting is over. The time for wishing is gone. The time for action is now. You've learned, you've prepared, you've endured. Now it's time to execute, to stand tall in the face of fear, to silence the doubts, to step into your potential with everything you've got. Don't hold back. Don't hesitate. Don't wait for motivation. Be your own momentum. There's greatness in you, but it will only reveal itself through sacrifice. The life you want, the legacy you dream of, the purpose you're chasing, they all live on the other side of resistance. So go there. Walk through the struggle. Run through. The pain. Endure the pressure. Because that's what transformation happens. That's where victory lives. This is your time. Your fight, your story. And it begins the moment you stop saying someday and start saying today. No more excuses. No more waiting. No more wishing. Rise, work, endure, sacrifice. And when the world asks who you are, let your results speak for you. Success demands sacrifice. But the reward, the person you become, is worth everything you give. So rise now and never stop rising.